Every story has an ending. Does our quest to play the top 100 courses in 10 years have a good ending? I'm Nish.
I'm Chris.
I'm Jim.
And we're here to guide you through this golfing journey. This is the Top 110 Golf Podcast, episode 43, the heavenly Heathland of Hankley Common Golf Club. So
Say that after a couple of gins.
or a few spice rum and ginger beers. It's billed as the finest Heathland course in England by themselves, but did Hankley Common deliver? In short, yes, but there's a little bit more to it than that. Stay tuned to find out what got us so enthused about this wonderful golf course, and also let us know what your thoughts are on it in the comments. But before we carry on, I'd like to just make everybody aware that there's a lot of people who listen to the podcast or watch the podcast who haven't yet hit the follow or subscribe button. It's a tiny little thing to do, and it would be a massive favour that we can ask you to do, just to hit that button. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does help us a lot because it helps us be able to expand our production. If we can get the reach a bit more, we can get better guests on, and we can get better opportunities to hopefully do things like get interviews at golf clubs, and also just continue doing what we're loving doing at the minute. So if we could ask you for a very, very small favour, just hit that button. Like I said, there's no cost to you, but we'd really appreciate it. Now, back to the episode. So, Jim, I have a question for you.
Oh dear.
Do you remember what was getting us worried about the golf at Hankley Common from the preview episode?
Heather.
Yeah, Heather and tight fairways, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was more playable than I feared.
Yeah. It was definitely, because I think, it was. It didn't feel that difficult to play.
Didn't feel narrow.
No, it didn't feel narrow.
I thought I kept saying to you, the fairways were really wide.
Yeah.
Like, you stood on the tee. I don't remember there being a tee where I was like, oh, there's a premium on hitting the ball really straight here.
I mean, I did because I had the shanks, so I was
Okay,
like,
there is
fucking hell, I'm not going to hit this fairway. I'm not going to hit this fairway. I'm not going to hit this fairway.
Yeah.
And I didn't.
Well, we'll come on to that challenge and the side bet later.
You confirmed all your biases all the way straight away.
Yeah.
It just, I was a little bit worried, and we kept saying it because they kept saying on the website about pace of play, pace of play, pace of play. You can only play as a 3 ball. If you need to do 4, you need to have, all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And it was like, wow, I think it's going to be difficult. It's going to be narrow. It's going to be lots of lost balls. But it just didn't have that feel about it.
No, it wasn't. And we played off effectively what would be the white tees, didn't we? Which was number 65.
Something like that. Yeah.
Which I later learned is basically the yardage. So it's basically 6,500 yards. So 65 is 6,500.
You know, when you get the answer, it's the most obvious thing in the world, isn't it?
It is. Because we were going random, we don't really know why is it 65 and 72? And
we couldn't figure it out.
And then afterwards, oh yeah, of course it is. That's ridiculous.
It makes total sense.
Of idiots.
Yeah. Well, we played with Andrew, who was our man in Surrey, and he'd organised this with us. So we played with another member of Hankley Common as well. So we had great course guides. It was amazing playing with them again. It was just my overall impressions of this golf course were that it's a proper pucker, grown-up golf course.
Yeah, I think definitely the most beautiful golf course we've played. Like the actual course itself.
Manicured incredibly well.
So beautiful, wasn't it? Like everything, like the sand was just pristine white. The heather just looked, the heather was in bloom. We were in August, so it just looked like this beautiful purple kind of like funnels down the side of each fairway. The fairways were just immaculate.
They're immaculate. The trees were really well trimmed back, and
I don't think they're just Scots pine, aren't they? So I think that's
just
how they
tall
grow.
And right,
like beautiful.
Looked it to me,
yeah.
And it was just we just stood there. I think on the first tee, I both just went, "This is a beautiful golf course," and it feels like the right side of manicured, where it's not manufactured, but just everything's in its right place.
Yeah,
and they have this thing there, and they had it at Hindhead as well, to be fair, but they had this thing there where the bunkering is natural, but manicured natural. So nothing's out of place.
Like, when you go into someone's house and you go, does anyone actually live here? Like, it felt a little bit like that. It was just so perfect. You're like, how is this even possible?
Some of those tee boxes are better than my artificial turf in my garden.
Absolutely.
Like, it was, that
it's
game.
Good standard of players, obviously, then, isn't it?
Well,
so you came along.
Not taking any divots. You know that game you play on the tee sometimes when you're waiting, where you put across the tee box. Like, I think you could actually just do that with your putter.
Yeah, you
at Hankley Common.
Yeah,
like, it'd be amazing that. what a place to play golf.
Yeah.
Again, blinding day. Like, we got lucky with the weather again.
Yeah.
It was just
I
a
think,
wonderful experience.
And do you know what? One of my favourite bits of the day of that experience was just as you go into the clubhouse, you go in the doors and you kind of walk through, and then there's just like a big open bit at the back, and you can just see the 4th green there. And as soon as I saw that, I was just like, oh, this looks incredible. And I came out to you, and I was like, Nish, just go and have a look at that through there.
Well, I think your exact words were, "You're going to fucking love this clubhouse." Like, yeah, and I did. That's one of the things I've written. It was a fantastic clubhouse. Like, but it also felt relaxed as well. It didn't feel like it was a place you couldn't go into. It wasn't busy at all. There were I think there were 2 other people in the clubhouse when we were there.
Yeah.
So what you mean by that is basically you didn't get told off again.
I could do whatever I want. Yeah. They had some stuff in there that was like, I've not seen anywhere else so far in the journey. So this is what, course 12, where they had, it's quite a celebrated club, isn't it? There's been a lot going on. They hosted the Brabazon Trophy this year and stuff like that. So they had this thing, and I've never seen this before, and I thought it's worth a mention. They've got these tables up at the bar and bar stools around them. And within the table is a glass display case with some of the trophies and stuff that they play at the club championships and whatever. And you're like, that's a really good way of doing it, because you're not taking up a huge amount of other space, but you're making a bit of a feature out of that table.
Quite glad it was quiet then, really, from there, and I think because you would have been annoying all the other members.
Yeah, would have been. Yeah.
Can you just move your pint glass?
Get out of our country
Sorry,
club.
your glass of champagne.
But even like that clubhouse, the facility, like the locker room was great, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Big
beautiful.
long locker room.
Yeah,
They had like brushes to clean your shoes with. They had like men's toiletries that you could use when you went in the shower and all that kind of stuff. So it was like pucker, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Grown up place. I thought the service was quite good actually. It was like,
Are there any golf clubs that you've played that haven't been grown up? What do you mean by that?
Maybe, I should explain what I mean by that. I feel like it's they're not trying to bedazzle you with bells and whistles. They just know they're a good golf course and a good golf club, and there's a great clubhouse. They just don't need to do anything fancy with it.
Yeah, there's no gimmicks, is there? Like, it's not gimmicky.
Not a gimmicky place at all.
A difficult, challenging, beautiful golf course that's incredibly well looked after.
Yeah,
and the holes are really well designed. There's no,
so much thoug's gone into that, hasn't it?
You don't have to zhuzh it up at all. It's
just we don't have to trick it up.
Course, right?
It's a golf course,
just beautifully done.
Yeah, I've put over here my overall impressions of everything was it oozed class.
Yeah,
like classy golf course. That's how I'd describe it. And I think classy clubhouse. Like, you can see why tournaments and trophies are held there, because the facilities are great for the people playing.
Yeah, and
you said in the preview the word sort of spacious, and it felt that it was just relaxed. It was breathe out. You're going through the gates, and it's like,
and you're just kind of walking. You could quite happily have just gone for like an afternoon walk there, couldn't you? And not play golf at all. You could have just wandered around and you'd have had a beautiful walk in the afternoon.
Very peaceful.
Very peaceful. Very beautiful. Yeah, it was a pretty special place, wasn't it?
Yeah. So obviously we started off. We went, and they've got a separate pro shop away from the main clubhouse. You kind of go in there. It's quite small and understated. It wasn't like glitzy or anything like that. It was just a pro shop. There's a few things you can buy, whatever. It was very apologetic because the green's been maintained and been aerated. So they were like, "Oh, we're really, really sorry." Now, from a personal point of view, I'd take those greens everywhere because I was on fire with my putter.
It's because they kept bubbling into the hole.
Yeah. Just had to find the right trench to follow. But even like,
how much did you pay them?
I don't think it really
it didn't really detract. And kind of when we got there, I was like, oh no, like, I feel like this is going to be a real negative, and it's going to feel like we're not going to get the full experience. But actually,
it wasn't a thing, was it?
It didn't really
matter. What does that say about the quality of the greens? I mean, if they were on tip-top form,
I can imagine once those greens are in full, in
hard
tip-top conditions, they would be absolutely rapid and incredible.
I think it helps us
probably
all of it. So much friction on those greens. But we should mention that terrace again, actually, because we had a drink there afterwards.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
and that is a stunning place to have a drink after a round.
In the
golf.
sun afterwards, that was pretty special.
It was great.
4th green right in front of you.
Puts you in a good mood, doesn't it? Straight away, you see that, and you go, "Oh yeah,
can't wait to get back to that."
Yeah, exactly right.
It's like it almost felt like the green in that course was like, it was fake. It's like it wasn't real. It was so green, and so lush.
Yeah.
Like it just felt
The contrast was like, it's like,
it's
not real.
Yeah, it didn't feel real. Like it was a weird sensation, but it was just so beautifully manicured and so perfect that it just didn't really feel real.
Because you were playing, was it about 30 degrees when you were playing? Was it during the third heat wave?
It was hot.
It was very hot. Yeah. In fact,
What time did it tee off?
But yeah, there wasn't a spot of like tinged grass anywhere or anything, was it? It was
nothing.
just like green, beautiful green.
Yeah. I mean, it's so well manicured. We had a bit of a run-in with a robot mower. It was trying to gobble our bag up, wasn't it? Like pushing the trolley.
Drones, robot mowers.
Oh no, yeah.
See what else you've got to
the
come
life
up
we live
against
these days,
these adversaries.
I actually filmed it, so
challenge.
just looking at it going, these things are supposed to be intelligent, like they've got sensors, so it just kept bumping into
into
the
someone's
trolley.
bags,
Just
didn't it?
like, what's going on here? Somebody having a laugh here? What's
This
going
is the
on?
future. We're all screwed.
Exterminate.
It was so weird.
But we were also lucky to play in August, right? Because the heather was just coming out, so it was like beautiful purple
Yeah.
heather kind of line in the
I
fairways.
can see why Mr. Damon Hill is a member there. I found that out because it just, why wouldn't you be a member if you lived in that local area?
Yeah, I mean, it just, Can you imagine playing there every week? Like, you wouldn't get bored of that, would you?
I can't. That's the problem.
If I'm honest, I went down there and like being a proper northerner,
Staunch
through and through,
northerner.
like all my mates moved down south, down to London. I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm staying true to my roots. I'm staying up north. And when people say, oh, it's grim up north, I'm like, no, it's not. It's fucking great up north. But when I was wandering around there, I was like, this is why people say it's grim up north. Because they've got this down here.
It was a different world,
Like, it was a
wasn't
different world.
It really was a different. And I think because of the circumstances of how we played and who we were playing with and all that kind of thing, that it didn't have any of that intimidation potentially. I mean, I'm not, but people could be a bit overawed by that, and how it's so we're down in Surrey, whatever. It didn't have any of that for me. I didn't feel like it. I mean, maybe because it wasn't busy. I don't know. But
I think you knew it was a
that
members club. Like it didn't like some of the Scottish ones we played feels like a bit of a more of a kind of touristy thing. It wasn't like that at all, right? Like it's a proper golf club.
Yeah. It's an actual full on
members club. And I think it says it on the plaque as you go in.
Yeah.
Members club.
Yeah, you sort of want that a little bit, don't you, when you go down to Surrey?
think
There's
we've got
different types of golf,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So
Exactly, yeah.
also the one thing we've mentioned this before we came on was that if you go through the website pictures, we were trying to remind ourselves of the course. It feels like it was only 3 weeks ago, but it feels like a long time ago.
It feels like a lifetime
and a lot of stuff has happened since, but all good. So in golf, but there are a lot of elevation changes on that golf course. And
Which you wouldn't expect really down in Surrey.
no, I thought it was going to be quite.
I mean,
a lot
I
of
know you do
elevation,
have
but a
it.
lot more than we were expecting. Because I
It
think we were
wasn't
going
flat.
in there expecting it was just like flat as a pancake.
Flat and narrow.
Like a bit like Woodall Spa. It was just like flat dog leg, flat dog leg, flat
Yeah.
dog leg. It wasn't really like that at all, was it? There was a lot more
Not at
elevation
all.
than the pictures give it credit for.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they almost does it down a little bit, some of the pictures.
Yeah. Because I think, if we're honest, we were going in there thinking, we were playing Hindhead the same weekend. We were thinking, that looks a bit boring. We were looking
Compared to
Hindhead. We were we were much more excited about Hindhead, weren't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I think we were both blown away a little bit by Hankley, weren't we? Because I
No.
think we were, and we'd played with Andrew the day before. He was like, no, you won't like Hankley as much as Hindhead. And we obviously absolutely loved Hindhead. We were like, well, yeah, that makes sense because Hindhead's incredible, right?
Yeah.
But actually, we both came away from Hankley going, actually,
That's
Hankley
a
was,
golf
was
course,
a
isn't
really
it?
good
Yeah,
golf course.
what a
wasn't
golf
it?
course this is. Yeah.
It's on the list. It's 58.
58 on the
Yeah.
list. Yeah. So, I mean, look, it's the 58th best golf course in UK and Ireland.
Mhm.
That's, you kind of feel numb to it now. Like, it's the 58th best golf course in the whole. Like, there's 2,000 golf courses.
Yeah, and I can't remember whether we said it in the Hindhead review, but like I think we played a couple of courses before that, before we'd been down to Surrey, and we kind of like, oh, crikey, maybe some of these courses aren't going to be as good as we thought they were going to be. We hadn't lost the faith in it at all, but we just kind of come away going, we've made the right decision to do this. This top 100, maybe there's a lot of duds in there.
Yeah.
But then we came away from these two, we were like,
The quality of the golf course has been amazing, hasn't it? Both of them.
Unbelievable.
Right.
And we don't get much of a chance to play like proper Heathland courses up in the north, and that it felt really, really special, didn't it? Like just the pristineness and the beautiful, like it just felt.
I came away from Hankley Common and Hindhead as well. We should mention Hindhead in there because that left a very positive impression in our
absolutely.
golf. But I came away from that weekend going, I see now why there's that cluster of clubs down in that part of the world.
Yeah.
And they're all in the top reaches
And
of the top
like I say,
100.
being a proper true northerner, I didn't want to go down there and enjoy those courses. I wanted to go down
Don't want to
there
give them
and
the
go,
satisfaction.
it's really snooty and I didn't feel welcome, and I really, much prefer links golf.
Yeah.
But there's just something about the way that Hankley was set up and just the way it looks. It's just fabulous to look at.
They've got a lot of like elevated tees where you can see everything. I mean, there were a few cases. It was so hot and so like there wasn't a cloud in the sky, and it was that almost tropical, the weather sort of thing, that there was loads of occasions when I'd look back and I'd give this as a tip to somebody playing Hankley Common: get to the green and just turn around and just look at what you just played on the way up, because a lot of the times the green's a little bit raised up, so you get a really good view of the hole.
Yeah.
And it was giving me so many vibes of playing golf in like Portugal.
Because it did have that lush
green,
it did feel like we
the
were abroad
trees
somewhere.
and like the really white sand.
Yeah,
It was like for your eyes, it did the contrasts there in the colours. Like it was like everything was like ultra high definition.
Yeah, it felt a
when you're
little
looking at
bit like an advert for like golfing abroad. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
It did,
come
didn't it?
and play golf in the Algarve. Like,
like it was
did.
amazing,
Yeah.
absolutely amazing, and just pristine. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely tremendous place to play golf. I think we got a little bit of extra warning as well before. Again, didn't we, about pace of play? Pace of play is really important. Pace of play is really important.
Yeah.
But I don't think it felt like a place that would gobble you up for pace of play, really.
No.
So
I felt like, what was it? We were coming to the 9th green or the 8th or 9th green, and there was like 3 guys behind the green. We were like, oh shit, I think we're
here we go.
in here. Like, are we behind the clock?
Well, we had, it felt like we had dropped behind somebody.
Yeah.
But I think they'd gone off. They'd just
it was like a
left
two-ball,
the
I think,
course.
yeah.
So it felt like we dropped behind the group, and obviously we're a 4-ball and we're paranoid about it anyway, and we're like taking pictures and all this sort of stuff, and it's like, oh right, okay, we got there, walked off, like, don't make eye contact, like, that's don't engage kind of thing. So if he says anything, just like.
But one of the guys thinking did he have like a suit jacket on or something? He looked smartly dressed.
It looked official.
Like, shit, we're in trouble here.
We're definitely in trouble. And also, I had played that hole terribly as well, so it was like he'd just been watching me just hack all the way up this course, and then we just like walked straight past them. They just went onto the green to do a bit of maintenance work while we were
do a bit of maintenance. I mean, that's
in suits at 30 degrees.
That's understanding what they were doing. They had this like, huge like contraption to obviously testing the soil or whatever in the green, but it looked like an expensive piece of kit.
Oh, is that
going
right?
Out with there, yeah.
Yeah,
Some testing like the. I don't know.
I thought they had an answer
moisture in the
shopping trolley,
greens or
mate.
something.
You know, just I didn't pay any attention.
Oh
I was
no,
like,
no,
I'm off.
it was a swanky bit of kit. Whatever
Was
that
it?
was. Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. You can see why. You can see that it's been put to good use. We did bring out that this golf course does border the Skyfall estate from the movie Skyfall.
Correct, yes.
So I think it's off the side of the 12th tee or something like that. You see this road, or 13th maybe it is. You see this road going up.
Yeah.
And there's
So you see it a bit earlier. Is that on the par 5? The 8th is up there as well, I think. Isn't it?
Yeah, and like so. The member that we were playing with said actually when the trees aren't as bushy and things, like you can actually see through into there. So I was like, it's just up that path, and he was like, yeah, like if you go up that path you'll be able to see. I was like,
have we got time?
That far? Yeah, well, it was like, I went, how far is it? It was 200 meters. Like, nah, forget it, mate. I'm not doing 200 meters uphill.
It
no
did
chance.
also say a little bit further back that it's like a because I think the MOD use it as well, don't they? So there's like danger, like landmines, pictures and stuff like that. So you probably shouldn't have gone up there anyway.
Yeah, suffer for your art, don't you?
You
Never
would
be able to
literally
play
do
golf
anything
again
for a picture.
Yeah, that's exactly
They'd lose
it.
a leg.
That's exactly it. Do you?
If it wasn't for the exercise element.
Yeah.
That's what did it.
200 meters, I was just thinking.
Nah.
No, come
200
on.
meters uphill. I've got to do that. Nah, I don't think I'm. Usain Bolt. What's going on here? So, a couple of things to bring you in on here, Jim, which was the signature hole challenge and the side bet.
So the signature hole challenge was the par 3 7th.
Which was an amazing hole of golf.
Which
I might throw it out there. Possibly my favourite hole we've played so far.
Is that your best favourite par 3?
I think it might be.
I mean, I've written what a hole. I'm not sure it's my favourite par 3, though.
I think.
No.
I really like that hole.
What would beat it then? Question.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that is
I think
a question.
my favourite...
You've spoiled, haven't you? You've been spoiled thus
I
far
think it's my
anyway.
favourite signature hole we've done.
It's favourite signature hole?
I think so.
Interesting.
I really like that hole.
Yeah.
Good tests. incredibly beautiful.
I mean, you got to be accurate on that.
Yeah.
You got to hit
reasonably
long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was about 180 from the...
I think it ended up being a bit less. I think it ended up being. I think
From an
tee
elevated
to
tee,
hole
wasn't
was like
No,
it's
it's
flat
elevated green.
actually.
Elevated greens.
Yeah, but it was like I think we were on about 165 from our tee was from tee to hole.
Was it?
Yeah, something like that. 170, something like
Must
that.
be more than that because I hit a punchy 5 iron, so it must have been 100. I reckon 185.
No, I don't think it was. Cause my shot went 173, and it was past the hole. My shot went from the tee to 173 yards.
I mean, I'll call bullshit on that.
I mean, to be fair, it is Garmin, and that could be
yeah.
absolute nonsense. You're right, but anyway, we absolutely nailed this par 3 as well. It felt so good doing it, didn't it? Stepped up.
I mean, I'm so used to just being just me hitting a good shot into the par 3. It was nice for Nish to turn.
So he went first.
I think Nish went first, actually.
Put the pressure on. Obviously not.
Well, I'd won the previous.
Expired.
I'd won the Hindhead Signature Hole Challenge as well. You see, so it was my honour to go first. So yeah, absolutely.
You're just bringing that out the one signature hole challenge that you've actually won. You're bringing it out there, are you? Just to say,
He's going to
just
dine
so
out
you know,
on this.
I won the Hindhead Signature Hole, so it was his honour.
Did that one? Yeah.
First honour he's had.
Yeah, there's been more of one since.
Yeah, but that hasn't happened
He's
yet.
going to dine out
in the
them all.
podcast world.
In the podcast world, yeah, that's it. Chris, to let you know, already hit a 5 iron. Like it was a punchy 5 iron.
It was a bit windy, wasn't it? So a little low 5 iron.
I buttoned my 6. I absolutely buttoned it, and it was like they were both on the flag, weren't they? Those shots. We were just looking going. There was a strong possibility one of them was going to be very close to the hole. It was good, wasn't it? And then just nailed our 2 putts and walked away with our pars. We were just like turned around, looking at the member, and he's like, "What's going on?" It was as good as that early on in the round as well.
Because the other 6 holes were absolutely gash.
Yeah. Your team was shanking it round.
Jim, yes. No, we played Hankley Common actually really, really well.
There is definitely no we in that sentence because I was absolute dog shit.
Yeah,
I mean, I was less dog shit than Hindhead, but I was. We've
got a blended handicap of 13.5. Right, you're 10, I'm 17.
Right. Okay.
Okay. We were 13 over if we took the best scores from each hole.
But then what?
So that means together we've played.
Was it 10 handicap or what did I score?
You got a good smattering of pars here, mate.
Did I?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm misremembering.
Yeah, you got
What did I
1,
score
2,
overall?
3.
Must have been in the 90s,
4.
right?
You got 5 pars. You got 5. Yeah, 94. You got.
Yeah, exactly.
94. You got out
that's
in
not
46.
a great day out for an 11 handicap.
Out in 48. Sorry, in 46.
Yeah.
I went out in 42. I was on a good run.
You played well, to be fair.
Yeah,
you did.
And then I was back in 49, so I was 91 total. So you were 23 over, I was 20 over.
Yeah.
Stableford, 33 points.
I mean, that's how bad I was playing, Jim. Nish beat me. That's
Mate.
how bad I was.
Not that you're competitive.
Yeah, shock horror. And
Like a
Stableford
friendly
points,
competition.
I'm doing all right. Yeah. But it felt like it was a fair.
Yeah,
challenge
no,
golf.
it did, and I think we were both going in there. That Brabazon Trophy had been there. Look at the flyovers. We were like, this is going to be a hard day out, but it wasn't that at all. Felt like a really, really enjoyable round of golf.
Yeah.
And you didn't have to hit really particularly long. Like we played the 6,500 yards. Didn't feel that long.
Nope. Not at all.
It's quite a lot of run out, so you could hit a lot of irons off tees and stuff like that to keep it in play. And it was reasonably short irons in. I really, really enjoyed the playability.
I thought it was a great course. Yeah.
I mean, it was challenging. Like it wasn't easy,
Mm-hmm.
but it was definitely playable.
I mean, there were some very, very picturesque holes there.
The most picturesque
Very
holes
picturesque.
we've seen.
Yeah.
Like,
Just
like I say, outside of
there wasn't a shabby one there, was
scenery.
there?
Like, there's no kind of like we were saying, like Glen Eagles is just you're in the glens. It's just beautiful Scottish countryside. It wasn't kind of relying on that for its beauty. It was just the actual golf course itself. Like the greens and the tees and it just was a visual treat all the way around, wasn't it?
Yeah, the greens were receptive. You could fire it into the greens and that sort. And bear in mind how dry it's been. That's pretty decent.
Yeah.
You've got fairways, and again, this is one thing that I've picked up on. We are playing. It's now Podcast Universe now, so we're obviously in the future, whatever. But like in 2 weeks' time, we're playing Hollingwell, and that's one of our society days. That's our first ever society day. So we've got 5 other people playing with us who obviously haven't played top 100 golf courses before. So I had a few sort of messaging me, and a lot worried's probably strong, but just a little bit like, hope it's going to be a good day, whatever. And you're like, actually, you can look at a golf course planner or a flyover or whatever, and just go, oh my god, like that tee, there's like heather right in front of it, whatever. But when you start thinking about it, and this was said to a few people, it's like it's 100 yards of heather. Like you could play a 7-iron and clear that.
Yeah.
So you don't need to try and hit it hard to clear the heather.
Yeah.
And then it's like bunkers. And Woodall Spa taught me this. You got to sort of take something from each course, haven't you? Woodall Spa taught me, deliberately so, obviously, but like you've got a bunker on your right, a bunker on your left in your eye line. And you're thinking, oh my god, it's just all bunker, and I've got a tiny little sliver to go for.
Yeah.
You haven't. This bunker's at 180. Your driver's going to clear that.
Yeah.
That bunker there is at 300.
Yeah.
Okay, you might roll into that, but that's going to hit it
as
well.
So I don't need to worry about either.
You don't worry about it. And so you've got this, and then you go, well, the fairway width is from the edge of that bunker to the edge of that bunker, so that's really wide, and you've got a massive landing area. So that course management element, which does make sense, because everybody says, don't they, the way to really get them to grip your scores is manage the course.
Yeah.
The tee.
And I think that's
Can't
kind of like
overpower it.
part of, like, I think when you first start playing golf, all you see is the danger, right? I think as you get better at golf, you don't really see that. So when I'm standing there,
waiting for that to happen, mate.
Yeah, you've got a pond in front of you, like a par 3. Some people are going, like,
It's
where
going
my
on.
ball's
well,
going
I
in.
don't even see that. I'm just like, right, where do I need to be on the
Correct,
green? Like,
yeah.
you don't really notice that. So I think that's part of your progression through golf, isn't it?
Yeah, because I played on the weekend with Andy, who's the society man, who's sorting everything out for us. But even we were sort of chatting about tactics of playing and stuff like that. And I was like, a lot of the times you're probably going to look at it and you go, oh, it's a 370-yard par 4 driver out. I was like, you probably don't need to do that. You can probably just play a 5-iron.
Yeah.
Get that up the middle, roughly, and that's 200. That needs 170 in, and like, you take that, no problem, every day of the week. And I was like, play your handicap on that hole. That's actually a par. It's a 370-yard par 5.
Yeah,
we've all got at least a shot. So if you just then duff your next one, you've still got a 120-yard shot. For your
got a chance
to get you in on basically greens and regulation. So I was like, it'd be really interesting to learn and evolve that. And I feel like I'm on an accelerated way of learning all this, because you're playing some of the finest courses. You have to pick that up quickly, because you're not going to overpower it. You're not. I mean, I can't anyway, because I'm not a big enough hitter. But you're not just going to keep going. I was going to keep blasting away and hope that my driver clicks.
Yeah,
it's like, nah,
that's not the way to play these courses. You're gonna have a bad day out if that's what you.
Correct.
If that's your approach.
And I mean, again, podcast universe. So we've since playing Hankley, we've played 3 Scottish courses, and the value of my 3 hybrid was unbelievable. Like, especially at Trumpet, it was just like, it was robotic almost. I couldn't believe what was going on.
Yeah,
it was like, out of body experience
you need to be in the
almost.
Fairways in some of those courses.
Yeah,
Otherwise you just,
absolutely.
You're just gonna have a shocker. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, a little tip to maybe take away for playing what would seemingly be a hard course, but actually you can break it down a little bit and do it that way. Now I'm going to bring up my old pal Nick Doherty. He was at Hankley Common this week.
Taking away the restraining order yet?
Can't mention that, mate. Sorry, I'm going to have to edit that bit out. He has just been at Hankley Common this week because they had some BMW thing going on there, or
is that you've got Wentworth next week, haven't they? So I guess that
is that what it is.
Yeah, BMW Championships next week.
Right.
Wentworth, isn't it?
Okay, yeah. So he was in there, and it was like, he does these things called tea time tips, and it's just people sending a question, and he gets out on the course and answers it. And he was asked about playing out of heather and tactics to play out of heather, and it was definitely, I was like watching, he was going, that spot looks really familiar, like really familiar. And then this camera starts panning round. I'm like, yeah, that is familiar. That's exactly where I did. He played it out of exactly the same spot that I ended up in. Well, not obviously exactly, but the same tuft of heather.
I bet he'd not taken 4 shots to get there, though, would he, Nish?
Yeah. He wasn't talking about the previous shots. Just talking about playing out of heather. But I remember that shot because I took a lot of time over that shot because I was thinking about it, like, what am I going to do? And I played a really, really nice recovery shot out of the heather actually on that one.
Challenge you're in a nick, were you?
But he was just like, the challenge here is just to not be playing your next shot from the heather. And I thought, do better than that, Nick. Come on, mate. Like, look at my shot tracer on my Garmin. Might tweet him, see what happens. Do you have any holes for the Dream 18 from Hankley Common, Chris?
I really, really loved Hankley. We both did. Some of those, like I said, I think the most beautiful holes that we played. I've
thrown you under the bus here because I also know that 5 minutes before we started this episode, you couldn't remember anything.
Well, I mean, it's so long since we played it. It is so long, so it's hard to kind of pick out the actual kind of.
Oh, hang on. We were talking about
lasting
the signature hole challenge, actually. So this was a net one. This wasn't when we started saying it was going to be a gross par 3. So I actually won this signature hole because I got a shot on it.
Hang on a minute. I was just looking at something. What happened?
This wasn't a gross par 3.
Was it not a gross?
No, because it was Hindhead and Hindhead and Hankley Common were net still. It was when we did the Scottish previews that we switched them back to gross.
Can I just get like a replay of the original episode so
Please
I can verify that before I agree to
listen to it earlier, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
Never happened.
It was gross.
You know what my memory's like.
It was
exactly.
It was net.
You fucking Rain Man. You remember everything.
That is actually true. Yeah, it was net, so I won it. There you go. Move on. Next thing.
Next thing, side bet.
Side bet, which was...
Well, because the description of the course was obviously with the heather and then with the narrow fairways.
Well, yeah, the seemingly narrow
Seemingly,
fairways,
yeah, but that was the description on the website. So that obviously set up the challenge of, the side bet of how many fairways you'd hit.
There were 14 of them.
Tee.
There were 14 fairways in total, so Chris is going first.
Is 14 an acceptable answer?
Yeah, of course. You well at 14.
It's an acceptable answer if you actually did it. But...
Okay. So I can't lie at this point.
You're not trying to have everyone's pants down here. But
was this not filmed, or did you not have your phone on your?
It's a good point actually. You should look back at the film, Nish, because
I know how many fairways I hit.
Like I say, it's been quite a few weeks since we played, and I'm struggling to remember exactly. But I think it might have been less than 2.
Do you think? I think it was that bad.
I don't think I hit many.
You hit a lot of recovery shots from wide out.
I felt like I played,
and your driver was not
working
working well. Yeah, your driver was not working well at all.
I think it was maybe 2 at best. It was. Okay. I think it was probably 1.
Do you think 2 at best, or are you going to upgrade that a little bit to
I think
3
it was
or 4?
1.
I think it was. I'm pretty sure
one
it was
and
1.
on.
Truthfully,
one and on.
There was a few holes that I couldn't quite remember, but there was only one that I definitely remember hitting the fairway.
Well, I'm trying to. I've got the scorecard here. The scorecard obviously doesn't have pictures on it, but trying to revisit. I don't think either of us did on the first.
Definitely didn't on the
second
first.
was a par.
Second was a par 3, which the par 3s I played well, but between that,
you did play the par 3s well actually. So you think you
surprise.
Double on the second. Well, you got pars on 3.
Second.
On the third par 3, you got a double bogey.
Right.
Yeah, you got 5 on that one. But you parred everything else.
Yeah.
So yeah, you did play the par 3 as well. Yeah, that probably is what.
Anyway, how many did you hit, Nish?
Me?
Yes, how many?
14.
Out of 14.
Go on, have a guess.
You were playing. I don't know how many you played, but you were playing pretty well off the tee.
I played well on both courses
rightly.
off the tee as well.
Yeah,
I played well. But go on, what we guessed then? Out 14.
I think 8.
Close. Not really. I hit 6. 6 fairways.
I was going to go 7. I was going to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah,
Chapeau.
I had 4 very close misses to the fairway, so just dribbled into rough.
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty sure you only hit 1.
I hit. Yeah, I mean, I'd go along with that actually.
Yeah,
you weren't good off the tee.
I wasn't playing my great golf. To be fair, it felt a lot better than the previous day, but the previous day was literally the worst round I've ever played.
Yeah, Surrey wasn't kind to you, was it, Chris?
Kind to me, was it? I mean, I've been very kind to Surrey.
Yeah,
giving it a glowing review. But
yeah.
Do you hate them both now?
Maybe I should. Retrospectively.
Yeah, I've reflected, contemplated about.
I play my worst golf in Surrey, so
I felt like going back to the course characteristics again. I just felt like there was a lovely flow. I've said this before on a couple of courses, but a really lovely flow to the golf as well. Like you felt where there was a par 3, it felt like actually there should be a par 3 now in
you were
the
ready
momentum
for a par
of your
3.
round. Yeah, and there were a couple of holes where you're like, it sort of it looks like it on the eye anyway. It gently meanders along, and then you get into the guts of playing the hole, and you're like, oh, there's a little bit more to it than that. And it was not bunker heavy. We said that, didn't we? It really isn't bunker heavy. I think really fair those bunkers.
I think since if you look at the course guide again, there's a lot of new bunkers that have been added since this.
Since the course map,
these pictures have been taken.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, there
interesting.
is. Interesting. So they've obviously added. They've been bunkering.
They've been out bunkering.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, so we're not convinced either way about any Dream 18 holes, but just there were a lot of... Oh, no, you
14,
are.
14,
14,
sorry. 14 for
goes
me,
in.
I think is one of the most beautiful holes I've ever seen. I think it's definitely on the Dream 18. Really loved it. When you go to sniggering at...
Nothing, mate. You said it.
Don't tell the missus.
I'm so leaving that in. I'm so leaving that in. Is that the first side bet I've won? I don't know, actually. I don't feel like I've won many side
I
bets.
feel like early on you were doing quite well on the side bets. We had a few longest drive ones. I feel like I was missing fairways and you were...
I don't know. I can't remember. I suppose maybe we should listen back and get the scores.
But yeah, I mean, it's been fairly one-sided so far, isn't it? But I feel like more recently,
I think
after
this
episode,
summer, this summer I feel I've got a bit more of a grip of it. My game, I feel, is in a better place at the minute.
In a much worse place.
Yeah, unfortunately, I just feel like it's going that way at the minute. I think we've got 3 more courses this year, definitely. So I think that break's probably going to come at a good time, isn't it? Just regather your thoughts.
I think in the end, the opposite of a break, I need to play more golf.
That's a fair point. Yeah, I'm just trying to think if I've missed anything else because, again, this feels like another course we should do it justice.
I think you have, in terms of ratings, which kind of pot would you put it in? You've mentioned that, there's some who were, out of this world, some which are absolutely amazing, but not to that pinnacle. And then the others are still wonderful, but...
It's really, really far up there.
Really far up there?
In what we've played so far. It's very high. It's not number 1 or anything, but it's definitely in the top handful we've played. Top 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, I would say, as of the 14th of August, 2025, this was in my top 3.
Yeah.
So my top 3, there would have been, I don't know what order necessarily, but Queen's Course at Glen Eagles, Ganton was in there.
Yeah.
This has now gone into that company, and I think it's better than Ganton.
Really?
Yeah. I think this was better than Ganton because again, it had like the manicured bits.
Yeah,
there was more trees. I love on golf courses. Not.
Yeah.
Actually,
do you know what? I actually think I probably agree.
Yeah.
I
my goodness.
I probably agree.
I'm feeling a bit lightheaded.
Yeah.
Sorry, what's just happened?
No, I think I probably agree.
We're green on.
I think it's very much in that same bracket as Ganton. There were 2 courses that I think were closest to me in that feel.
That was another one we came up with. We went, wow, that's a golf course, isn't it?
Golf course.
Yeah.
Proper golf course.
Yeah.
Definitely in that same bracket. I think they're the 2 best golf courses we've played so far.
So Ganton was in the 20s, wasn't it? Hankley Common's 58.
Yeah.
That doesn't feel... Do you think Ganton's better?
Yeah, Ganton's better.
To me, that feels like it's not quite right. However, I'm just trying to say...
I'd put it early 40s, late 30s. I think it'd be around that kind of feel for me.
Yeah, okay. I could
definitely
that.
higher than it's ranked.
I think it's definitely higher than it ranks. It doesn't feel like it's in the second half of the top 100s. I mean, I suppose we haven't played many higher up, but
no.
Woodall Spar's 20 odd, whatever. So that's
it was
beats the crap out of Woodall Spar.
It was better than Woodall.
Like I'd rather play Hankley Common than Woodall Spar any day of the week. So it's gone into my top 3 as of that time before we went up to Scotland. That's probably just a massive spoiler, isn't it? But what a golf course!
Yeah,
what a great golf course.
It was a cool place, wasn't it?
Understated golf course that just delivers. If you get the chance to play this, don't pass it up. Is what I'd say.
But yeah, it makes me very excited about the rest of the Surrey courses
Surrey
that
Belt.
we've got to go and play. There's courses around there. I mean, I was excited about going and playing Sunningdale and those kind of places anyway, but it makes me more excited about going to play them because I think.
And with the way this course came out, I'm very excited about how that's going to actually happen as well. Because at the moment I can't see a way in, so we'll see how these things transpire. But yeah, we ought to reflect on the 2 courses as a package as well, because we did do them as a double-header course, playing 2 courses together in Surrey. And
I think definitely my favourite trip that we've done so far.
Yeah, it didn't let us down, did it? No, in any way, shape, or form. We got beautiful.
In fact, quite the opposite. It punched well above.
It did. Yeah,
what we were expecting.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, got a lovely welcome everywhere, and it was just nice, and everybody wanted to talk to us, and just fabulous golf. We have to add the usual caveats here as well. I was helped, played well, and that does always put you in a good mood and whatever.
Yeah.
But I think,
then I played my worst golf.
Yeah,
of any weekend we've had so
We've
far.
been very good at being able to detach ourselves away
Yeah,
from
I
it. I think because
think
we talk about it as we're going through, because we do have to think about what we're
Yeah,
going to actually
yeah.
say in a bloody review.
Yeah,
you
you're
know?
not just thinking about your round at that point.
Yeah. There's a bit of chat, and it's like,
Yeah, yeah.
"Oh, I'm not having a good, but you know what? I know I've sprayed it, but actually, what a golf hole this is, and standing on the tee, you always get that. So,
I think the only one drawback is it's not in the north.
oh well, I mean,
We'd be way better. It'd be a 10 out of 10 if it was in the north.
Actually, maybe 58's a bit high.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe low 80s.
I mean, imagine if we had a facility like that up somewhere near us. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? That's not to downplay the courses that are near us. What a golf course, Jim. What a golf course.
Glad you
The
enjoyed
Modern
it.
Fox.
The Modern Fox, yeah. Which
We still don't know about the Modern Fox, do we? Didn't really ask anyone about that, which feels like a bit of a missed opportunity.
Well, I felt like all the people who were working there, so they were all like really young, weren't they? And I think
All
if
modern
we'd have
foxes
turned around and go,
themselves.
tell us about the Modern Fox, they'd go, what? Like, the hell are you on about? Like, okay, fine. Next time on the Top 110 Golf Podcast, we'll be reviewing Gullard number 1, which we played as part of our little triple-header Scottish trip. And it sits in the most hallowed of golfing land in the world.